Hello and welcome to a wrap-up Christmas special. I'm Leon and this is Louise. Now the year's nearly over, you're probably full of food and too tired to fight, so what better time to run through the reader-voted games of the year?
Now remember, this is from a poll that nearly 10,000 of you voted on, so don't go making grumpy faces if you don't like the winner. No arguing with democracy, okay?
Especially when you chose the right answer.
Now, one interesting fact this year is that the voting was so skewed towards a few big games that even with over 10,000 votes, only a handful of big names shone through.
Yeah, it sucks to be you, Star Wars Battlefront and Assassin's Creed Syndicate with only 1% of the votes each. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, Black Ops 3, Rise of the Tomb Raider and Halo 5 didn't do much better with only 2% of the votes each.
And Batman Arkham Knight.
Oh, come on, really?
Yeah. Sorry, just a messenger. Although Hunter Copeland points out Batman has the misfortune of being so close to the beginning of the year and thinks it's underrated. Now that only leaves us with a big four fighting it out for top place.
So, at number 4, with 4% of the votes, is Bloodborne, which according to Lee Gilbertson is the only game he plays these days.
At number 3 we've got Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. Now that got 5% of the votes, with Andrew Wicks describing it as the best stealth game I've ever played, while Michael Pasak said of all 2015's games, that was the one he loved the most.
Now our second place game...
You mean first loser.
Our second place game sees a huge leap in votes, jumping to 20%. Now, unsurprisingly, a lot of you liked The Witcher 3. David Gasca Garcia Taylor said it was hands down the only game of the year, while Nick Waring calls it astonishing, and Ethan Manson says it's one of the best story-driven and deepest RPGs he's ever played.
Which brings us to your game of the year that you voted for with an astonishing 62% of the votes.
Go on then.
62%. Yep, it probably won't be a shock to see Fallout 4 take the top slot, but it is a surprise to see it win so many votes that it broke the stats for everything else. It meant that big names like Batman or familiar faces such as Assassin's Creed didn't even get a look in.
Yeah, okay, it was a no-brainer that the biggest game of the year ended up being the biggest game of the year. John Sawyer had never played at Fallout before, bit like me, and is now completely hooked, while Cade Toft Wilkes admits he's just a sucker for the post-apocalyptic setting and 50s aesthetic. Now Dan Donlea seals the deal with saying that the unlimited amount of possibilities makes Fallout 4 hands down the best game of 2015.
Now if you want to talk games or just say hello, then why not get in touch? And don't forget to come back next week when we'll take a look at the games you're most excited about in 2016. Bye bye.
See ya.